A very good day and welcome to a new lesson. We are going to start with a new lesson today, and the name of the lesson is Environmental Management. So, in today's lesson, we are going to study how the environment around us affect our lives, our mood, how we stay. You mean the entire lifestyle, the planet, everything around it. So, in environment, first we are going to talk about the atmosphere. Atmos means something related to air. So, how does this atmosphere affect our daily lives? Living our life, if we talk about the mood, atmosphere which has the weather and climate, yes, weather and climate both are different things, different terms rather, and have different meanings. So, first we will study what weather and climate is. But before that, you see the picture displayed on your screen. How the atmosphere affect your mood. Some people like rain, some people don't like rain. So it affects your mood in a very drastic, effective way. So let us further study now. Atmosphere also plays a very crucial role in our lifestyle, the way we behave, our mood, as mentioned earlier, our houses, our diet, and everything whatever we do. We are going to study these factors one by one. Now, if you see, I am mentioning another picture, I am rather displaying it to you. The clothes we wear. We have different set of clothes to wear in summer, in autumn, in winter and spring. Summer clothes are quite light, most probably light colored, not black color because black absorbs heat more. Winter clothes are more thick so that it gives you proper heat to your body. Also, you have rainy pair. Right now we are experiencing monsoon. We have raincoats and gumboots and whatnot. So seasons or the climate, weather affect your clothes, the wear you wear during the course of the climate or weather. Now, what is this weather and climate, and what is the difference between the two? Weather can take about few minutes or hours to change, and climate takes very long time to change. Now we will study this with the help of example. Now we are experiencing monsoon season. In the morning it is quite bright and a sunny day, and suddenly it changes to a rainy day, a very heavy rainfall day. So what is changed? That is change in the weather. So we often say that today the weather is too hot or too cold. So whatever statements that we make or whatever experience or opinions that we make, that is related to the weather condition. So if you're making a statement that the climate today is too hot or too cold, remember the statement is wrong, because what is changing, that is weather. So changing our little focus towards what is climate. Climate takes a very long time to change. Okay, so you don't say that today's climate is very hot or cold. Climate is constant, but if it changes in a very slow period of time. Okay, I am taking an example which is now mentioning on your screen, or displaying rather in on your screen. Okay, so what clothes you wear for the day? So if you see today's weather is sunny or rainy, you take rainy clothes or a proper loose cotton clothes. That is clothes for the weather. And whatever clothes you have in your closet or wardrobe, that usually defines your climate. Now, how is that possible? Like, if talking about my closet or my wardrobe, I don't have skiing equipments or skating equipments, because where we live in the coastal regions, we do there it does not have any hailstones or snow or anything such. So our climate in the coastal region is hot and humid. So that's how about climate and weather. So here are some examples of types of weather. Sunny weather or cloudy weather, rainy weather, thunderstorm, hailstones, snowy, weathery, which has lot of winds, tornado, rainbow, and many such things. Many types of weather to be specific. And over here, if you see Indian weather or Indian season, we have over here is winter, spring, summer, autumn, monsoon, early autumn, or early winter. Because India is a peninsula. Peninsula means surrounded by three sides on water. So we have hill stations and cold regions like Kashmir, and we also have deserts like Rajasthan. So that is about the weather of India. Now, if you see the climate of India, hot and dry, warm and humid, moderate, composite, cold and windy, or cold and sunny, depending on the place you stay. And if you talk about our state, or particularly where we stay in Mumbai, we have hot and humid climate, and if we have rainfall, it is usually a heavy rainfall. So these are the factors that are related to weather or climate. Temperature, if the temperature is high or low, atmospheric pressure, sunlight, clouds, humidity, rainfall, and visibility. These factors determine how the weather or climate is going around. Since weather and climate are interrelated or they are dependent on each other, you can say. Now, for example, if you take about the factor rainfall, we are often experiencing this thing of untimely rainfall. Sometimes nowadays you just experience this thing that it has been raining sometimes in winter season. So because of climate change, the weather is getting affected. Or you can also say that the rising temperature in these years, if you see, climate change is causing a weather change. So these factors are also interrelated to each other. So now, as we know, we have different planets, okay, in our universe and in our solar system rather. So as rather, I'm taking now example of different types of rains. So as we know, it rains water on Earth, it rains methane on Titan, which is the moon of Jupiter. So these are the different atmosphere or different climate or weather, including the atmospheric pressure, rain, types of oxygen levels, heat. It is very cold in on Jupiter and Saturn, while it is very hot on Mercury planet. So these are different types of atmosphere on other planets rather. Right now we will just focus what type of climate our planet Earth has. So on Earth it is sunny, you have thunderstorms, wind, or you have snow, hailstones. Beyond that, you do not find any other climate type anywhere on the Earth, on planet Earth. Beyond this, there is nothing. And based on that, you have different zones as well. Okay, you have savanna in Africa, and you have tropical jungles, desert regions in Sahara, and you have conifers and cold regions in the polar regions. So based on that, even our lifestyle is affected. The type of houses we stays, that also matters. You have sloping roof if there is lot of snow and rainfall, so the water slips away, and many such things that you all have studied in the lower classes in 5th and 7th standard. So here are some indicators that tell us how the climate is changing, because the climate change occurs very slowly. So some are indicators given to us, or we can see how the climate changes. I will explain to you with the example of one, that is glaciers. Now many of you must have been hearing this thing, the melting of polar ice caps due to rising temperatures. So you see sea surface temperature, rising temperature over the oceans, these all are affected, and because of which the polar regions ice caps melt, which indirectly gives rise to sea levels, increase in sea levels. So which gives a clear picture of what earth we want and what earth actually is turning. So this is like the red flag to us of what we should do and not do, which we are going to study further in this lesson of how to save our planet. And one of the indicator of climate change is rise in temperature, and 2019 has been marked as the warmest year on the record. And this won't stop. Temperature will keep on rising, so we need to take action to control the climate change. So climate change also affects what kind of clothing we have, diet. I'm taking example of Rajasthan in our country itself, which is a desert. The clothes the people wear are usually bright colored. They don't wear dark colors like gray or black, and they wear turban to protect their head from strong heat of the sun. And the clothing is made up of cotton, and it is very light because the temperatures are really high. On the contrary, if you take the temperature of Kashmir, which is very low, very cold, people over there wear clothes made up of wool and turban to protect themselves from the cold. Okay, so there you see the clothes are also dark in colors. And houses in Kashmir, the houses are made up of wood, usually the wood that is available in the conifers. And the slope over here, the roof is sloping so that the snow flows down. So that was about Kashmir. And the houses in Rajasthan are usually made up of mud, because the houses made up of mud usually acts as a cooling agent because the temperatures are really high. Okay, so it does affect your climate, affects your way of lifestyle. It also affects the trees, in short, the plantation. An example, the best example I would like to give over here is, because we are cutting trees, deforestation, the temperatures are increasing because trees absorb lot of carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. So it does affect the climate change. And the microorganisms. So, as we had studied in the previous lesson, harmful and useful microbes. So, even some microbes are aerobic and some are anaerobic. So, what happens due to high climate, or if there is lot of heat, the temperature is very high, rocks break into small pieces, and microbes play a very important role in formation of organic materials, okay, decomposition and many such things. So even microbes get affected due to climate change. Now, coming towards a very interesting topic, that is meteorology. Meteorology means it is the science that studies atmospheric phenomena, especially those related to weather. And to study that, there are various stations adopted at various places, and people who study these theses or these theories are called as meteorologists. So they study this meteorology with the help of various elements like cloud, rain, wind, humidity, and various instruments. The first World Meteorological Organization was established by United Nations on 23rd March 1950, and it plays an important role in food security, water management, transport, and communication. We will now study what the functions meteorological departments do, but we also have Indian Meteorological Department that is established in Shimla in the year 1875. There are various instruments used in a meteorological department, like rain gauge to measure the rain, wind vane apparatus, and many such things to measure wind, temperature, pressure of air. You must have seen such things in your news channel depicting what type of climate you have today, what type of weather it will be. Most importantly, nowadays we have also experienced various types of cyclones like Maha, Nisarga coming through our way. So such things are being alerted to us by various such meteorological departments. This picture on your screen is the satellite image of the cyclone Maha. So it does make readings and predictions about heavy rainfall, where it is going to be heavy rains. We are many times we are warned about such things: snowfall, hailstones, tornadoes, dust storms occurring, tsunami, because of which many such incidents could be handled in a better way so that we can take predictions and precautions. It also helps in the communication of aviation and shipping industries. If you have bad weather, the flights don't take off, and this is done with the help of satellite. So that's all, folks. We are done with one part of the lesson. Keep studying and keep